1 year ago, I decided to put the self-help books in the bin, and here's what I found. Today, the self-help world is $1 billion industry. But as our world changes, and so do we, as consumers, we are recognizing the toxic world behind self-help. In a wide world of self-improvement books, apps, program, coaches, and speakers, consumers are now recognizing and seeing through these self-proclaimed gurus who teach you to be the best version of yourself, yet leave people with false hope and failure. If there's anything that you can get from this video, it's that not only does this apply to self-help books, but it can also apply to many things in life. Have you been following someone else's set of rules? Have you been listening to someone else's advice and structure of rules to implement in your own life? When's the last time you just stopped and experienced the life in front of you and realized the real way you want to live? When's the last time you looked within and realized how you really want to live life? Not by society, but you. I really noticed that my mind was more clear. My mind was less cluttered and less noisy because I found that these self-help books, they are loud, they are noisy, they are repetitive, and I find that you're just in a constant cycle of wanting to make good changes but not really falling through with them or realizing that they're not really for you. If you're benefited from self-help books, then that's great. But I've recently realized that they're not really for me. In the past, I have learnt many things from reading self-help books. I still think they are quite valuable, and by reading specific self-help books, you can learn new skills and make changes in your life. But I guess for me, I was overlearning, overdoing it, stimulating my brain too much. On my journey to intentional and slower living, I realised I was over-consuming self-help books. Self-help books started to become repetitive and boring to me. It felt like a cycle that never ended. There was always something more to do, something more to change, someone to be. And don't get me started on the New Age and spirituality books. This beautiful thing happened where I connected back to my inner child. I connected back to a place where I used to retreat in my childhood, and I found so much joy reading novels as a little girl. Reading novels again felt more diverse, more colourful. It brought joy into my life again. As a child, I loved reading. You would always find me in my bedroom, sitting on my window ledge reading a book that I borrowed from the library. The library was located in a parked bus near my local milk bar. When I started to read novels again in my adult life, I found this beautiful connection again to my inner child. So connecting back to my inner child was a beautiful experience, and also I feel more connected just to the world just from reading these stories, whether they are true or whether they're biographies or just simple stories. Self-help books actually didn't help me to become a better person and resolve my problems. They were just another tool I consumed daily. It just felt like more pressure in the end. It was inspiring in the beginning, but the momentum ended for me. And I just went back to the old ways, when I was a little girl reading novels on my window ledge. So I'm not saying that you should quit it altogether. I just want to share with you that you don't need to constantly read self-help and self-development books in order to grow, to be successful, to become a more interesting person. In an over-consuming world, in a really loud and noisy world, we have to really think about what we are consuming on a daily basis. What are you reading? What are you thinking? What are you putting into your mind? Is it good for you? Is it bad for you? Is it rules? How much do you live by your own, intuition and not so much rules from someone else? Reading novels has brought just as much inspiration in my life as self-help books did. Reading novels brings more calm and peace into my life. I stopped reading self-help books and I noticed changes. It was less noisy, less loud, less people telling me what to do. I want to encourage you to read novels again because I found so much joy from it. myself. I actually spend a lot of my weeknights after work reading books. I got bored with movies and films and TV shows, and I've fallen in love again in reading at night and having that nice mindful routine before bed. And this truly connected back to that time one day when I was a little girl. All I did was read and found so much happiness and joy, and I feel that happiness whenever I go to read a novel. I'm experiencing culture, people, memories, stories just through reading these beautiful novels by really talented authors, not so much a self-help guru author that is telling you these set of rules to follow. I've realized that, hey, I actually don't do well with rules for myself. I'm learning to just live more in the moment and learning to just enjoy life and not so much follow rules or labels or set guidelines. I'm exploring the outer circle, the outer box that I used to put myself in. It's a beautiful experience, and I hope that this can help you, whether you read self-development books, whether you were just like me, or whether you don't really care and it doesn't really affect you, but I hope that you can get something from this video. I think we're all in a place right now where we're really identifying what we've been consuming over these years, and moving forward we are really more mindful of what we consume. And a part of that journey, a part of my journey, is falling back in love with novels. And it's such a simple switch, but I learned so much from the experience. So thank you for watching my video today and listening to my own story, and I hope you've got something out of it. If you have, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next upload. Bye everyone.